Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back for another episode of Bastion. Let me start off by asking if you have any ad blockers. Please turn those off, whitelist me, whatever it takes so that you can support me and help me make a career. We are working our way towards the end, and I've been saying I thought this level was the end. I thought this level was the end. Now this one is specifically focused around rescuing Zia, and so I don't think it's going to be the end, but that would be really funny if it was. That the one of the past 3 episodes that I don't think it's going to be the end is actually the end. Let's see what Rux has to say about this area. We're going to get into more dialogue, I bet, so I might be a little less commentary on these last few episodes.
Zoltan's Hollow is the Ura's border blockade. At least it used to be.
After Zolf destroyed the... I can't read it.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it?
Yeah. I can't read what they're saying on the loading screen.
It's personal for him,
important info.
and it's personal for me. The Ura's border blockade ain't much to speak of, but it's got a nice view. He finds his moment to strike. The Calamity did something wrong to some of them rocks. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him.
What is this? Oh man.
It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
This thing is like a rocket launcher. Now, first thing we've seen of this is that by destroying the 4 things, it looks like we got some fragments dropping down. It is a big... Well, that looked like that would have been a big chunk of fragments, and it really wasn't. How many... You think you'd get like 100?
They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy, even.
Got lasers, they're lasering me. Wasn't really expecting to be lasered.
Still, they ain't used to having visitors around.
From the distance.
They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the Calamity rocks slink back into the ground.
I bet these are the conductors. They're shooting at me. I can't afford them to shoot at me. I'm supposed to be the one doing the shooting.
Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion.
All kinds of magic rocks in this world, apparently.
Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
Things get so far off, I'm having to basically target their security weapons from off screen. Arsenal. Let's see. Wanted to get the scrap musket done. I really did. Let's take it. silly choice for weapons.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid.
Thing had like targeting. Those beams were bending to hit me.
Those rodents are just a bump in the road.
Targeting's not the greatest. So it's the ones that are underground that are shooting weapons. You know what we haven't seen in a while? Fountain. We really haven't
By
seen
now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Kids picking the whole place apart, piece by piece.
something burnt.
Kid returns their greeting tenfold.
Really deadly. Kill a lot of them.
Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. Those Calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Look at how it's just bending. Oh, come on, is that still not enough of those? I'm trying to get enough of these. These little things are shooting out in the water.
The Ura keep hanging on to their barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther.
Something foul. More upgrade materials, good. I was a little afraid that we weren't going to get all the upgrade materials, although I'm almost certain we're not going to get all the fragments unless we just end up getting a ton of fragments right now. Which way should I go?
Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening.
Yeah, it's taking about a whole potion just to kill the people to get a potion back.
Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Packs pegged all wrong.
Yeah, so even the game is admitting I am super overpowered, more powerful and more deadly than any of the other warriors of all of Saldania.
Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it.
How are we trying to fix it again? You never told me.
Did the Ura really think we just turn around and walk away? Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over. Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better.
Company that made this game, these were new programs. I don't think so. This is a very polished game. If this was the first game ever made, I think by Supergiant Games is the name of the company. Yep. Yeah, it is. So if this was the first game they've ever released, it's very polished.
Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry.
But then
maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
Elements of just, we're not gonna make it. It's really just a matter of scale. If it had ended right here, by the time you walk through there, you would have been like, okay, so that's as far as you go. But you have to go 2 or 3 frames in each direction to figure out whether or not the direction you're going is extra area or the area that you're going to be required to go later. So we've done lots of backtracking for little reason. Just looking.
But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge.
How is this all gonna be water under the bridge? I'm killing Zia's and Zolf's, like, countrymen in the hundreds. It's all gonna be water under the bridge.
As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns. Too bad for them. Our guns are bigger still.
I don't even know what I was fighting there. Take it out. They're like archers. Alright, fine.
There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon.
Child's drawing. Another memento. Surprise. Still surprised we're getting those. It's an interesting system of when you find a memento, you will then initiate conversation, and if you don't bother to find the memento, well then you don't get to have the dialogue.
Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
Zia agreed to return to the Bastion.
You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true.
Ask her about the harp guitar. Pardon me, miss, does this belong to you? That's strange. He's calling her miss.
Sure
now.
you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you?
Shows via the simple drawing from far to the east. The Calamity took everything from their didn't it? Besides their will to fight.
They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back.
Show the simple drawing found from the far to the east. This was one of the only traces left of the Ura civilization.
I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
How do you undo this? So we got the Calamity cannon. Let's see.
Kid loaded down with some of Caelandia's finest firearms.
So now we have the Calamity Canyon, the three foes in a blast, and then with the scrap musket, take them out. So the weapons I have now, stick with those, and we'll see if we can get that last 1,000 in our. Yeah, we'll might as well buy this. An experimental ordnance that breaks into clusters of explosives on impact. Yeah, that might help. Mancer missile. Lots of these secret skills we're probably never going to use. So we're missing something wrong. Let's see. Rockets cause knockback. Rockets will not launch automatically.
First step to learning the Calamity cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides.
1,000 fragments would get us a 20% blast radius. We probably want that. We have enough to upgrade that to the max. We're still missing a something burnt. And let's see. It looks like we have everything else. So we're missing one something wrong and one something burnt. Unlocked anything else, it looks like.
Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
Ah, knapsack. So, that is a dream we can do. Let's do it. Yep, let's do the dream. And let's do it now. Maybe this episode will go long, maybe it won't.
It's hard to sleep easy these days, what with everything that's happened.
He sleeps on the ground again. This is twice in the game. He has fallen asleep on the ground next to a bed.
Zolf, very soon the kid's gonna have to face that man again, for the last time.
So this is like Zolf's dream, or the dream of Zolf.
They met on the worst day of Zulf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away.
This is not the setup one should have for this. You are seeing a real expression of just...
It wasn't the first time Zulf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him. It's all right.
Often I forget that I can actually defend.
He grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tazzle terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylonian missionary living there. He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in.
Oh, the speed is so slow on this.
That missionary raised Zulf like a gentleman. Like he was his own son, taught him theology, history, and mercy. When the missionary passed away, Zulf promised to continue his work to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia. Zulf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did. Don't worry about it.
Got one of them done. Believe the answers. Which means I can get one of these ridiculous weapons off. making some progress here. I'm surprised we're even getting as far as we are with the two continues.
He advocated tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people.
So, probably not going to survive the next 12 things.
However, Zol felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals. He needed Caelandia to know the Ura had changed. That story don't end well anyway.
So, not a great showing, really. I think what we need to do is set up some different weapons.
The Mancers, they knew everything, even if it cost them.
So, I still need this Marshall's thing. Having trouble getting 10 or more foes in a single well-placed shot. Having trouble having 10 or more foes is part of the problem. Faster reload, that doesn't help anything. Shots cripple foes. That doesn't seem like that helps. Maybe I should turn that off though, just in case it locks me out of getting that achievement. Keep the scrap musket, but it's time definitely for either the war machete or the hammer. Let's check the hammer. Haven't made it to level 6 still. And we've unlocked everything we can here. And we haven't unlocked the last two gods either.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
Well, that time he actually talks and mentions it. So look how big this level is too, compared to the rest of the game. And it's the Tassel terminals, a massive underground sprawl. So the biggest city. And we've got a proving ground for the Mancers too, huh? Let's see, so next episode we're gonna do the proving ground, and then we're gonna try the dream again, and then we're going to probably work on the dream for a while and the proving ground for a while, and then probably the episode after next episode will be the last episode in which we take the final level on. But if we finish everything next episode early, we may take the final episode on, the final level on then. So don't skip next episode. But that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page, and there on the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you can donate will be greatly appreciated. This is my only career at the moment, so I'm trying to get a living wage out of it and make a living on it. If you want to follow me on Google Plus or Twitter or Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.